Thank you so much for being here. It's good to see you all, and I am here to MC this event. And Conan O'Brien was busy, Billy Crystal was busy, Chris Rock was busy, but I do promise to keep the names of all your spouses out of my mouth. To get us started, I want to give a big thanks to all our sponsors who have supported this event and who together are instrumental to making CHPC's work possible. You know, we're an 88-year-old institution, and I think we're living in a time when we need to celebrate and support our institutions, and we're very excited to be here, and we're very excited that these folks have stepped up and supported us. Our lead sponsor is the Federal Home Loan Bank of New York, and we are so happy to have them this year. Thank you. Our program sponsor is Mega Contracting Group. Our name badge sponsors, RDC, which is a collaboration of our Wavecrest and Phipps houses. They are all longtime CHPC supporters. Thank you. And our event feature sponsors, the reception, our book club, and the donuts, brought to you by M&T Bank, Bronx Pro, and Wells Fargo. I'd also, along with the staff, like to thank the foundations whose support for CHPC has been so vital to our recent accomplishments and our ability to sustain our ongoing research. A big thank you to our Luncheon Committee co-chairs, Samantha Magistro, Bronx Pro, and Jessica Sherman of Douglaston. They really work hard to make this a great event, and each year it's better and better. I would also like to acknowledge some of the elected officials and government officials in the room, some of whom you'll see up here later in the program. State Senator Brian Kavanaugh is here. All right. Assemblymember Michael Lash is here. Councilmember Eric Botcher. HCR Commissioner Ruth Ann Visnauskas. New York City Deputy Mayor Adolfo Carrion. NYCHA CEO Lisa Bova Hyatt. Okay. So let me pause here for just a minute. Our event is always jam-packed with the stars of the housing world. But this year, as Sarah mentioned, or the voice of God, as we call her, mentioned, this year we're also bringing you the Roberts Awards, honoring cinematic achievement in the world of housing and planning. Bet you didn't know there was cinematic achievement in the world of housing and planning, but there was. And so I'd like to bring CHPC Executive Director Howard Slatkin to the stage to help give out the award.
Thank you, Richard. Thank you, Voice of God. I think they are an indispensable part of the dramatized version of government. They chew on the hardest decisions, they chew out renegade detectives, and they occasionally chew the scenery. They are the commissioners of the screen. This year's nominees for Best Acting Commissioner are Gary Oldman as Commissioner Gordon in Batman: The Dark Knight, Tom Selleck as NYPD Commissioner Frank Reagan in Blue Bloods, Amy Poehler as Leslie Knope, Parks and Recreation Commissioner, and Ahmed Tagani, Acting Commissioner of Housing Preservation and Development.
Shocked. And the Roberts goes to Ahmed Tignani, Acting HPD Commissioner.
This is Ahmed Tagani's first Roberts Award. Ahmed appeared in last year's CHPC short film, Street Dining at the Luncheon.
Well, we're going to save Ahmed the trouble of ad-libbing an acceptance speech, which I've no doubt he could do. But I do want to take this opportunity to give appreciation for the people who put their blood, sweat, and tears into keeping HPD and our other public agencies running. If you work at a housing agency here in New York State, can you please raise your hand so we can acknowledge you? There are no easy times to do this job or an environment to work in, and certainly these days are no exception. But this work is so important, and we thank you for it. So much of our work here at CHPC is about expanding the reach of public policy with a bit of distance from the hot seat of government, doing broad strategic thinking that helps us prepare for the next set of challenges. I'm going to hand it over to Howard now to speak about CHPC's current work. Howard?
This needs to be about a foot lower for me. Sorry. I want to echo first what Richard said, thanking everyone who supported our luncheon this year and who supports everything we do at CHPC. Many of you are familiar with our current initiatives and our wallpaper for them. These initiatives focus on diversifying our housing stock, the challenges of preserving and upgrading housing while sustaining affordability, the often overlooked importance of property management, and the regeneration of public housing in partnership with residents to deliver desperately needed investments. We've also deepened our focus on process reform, where our regulatory processes are misaligned with our policy priorities. To inform the ongoing charter revision process, our recent report, The Elephant in the Room, highlights how the history of the land use process has chilled the ability to zone for new housing. We've also published key recommendations for the Commission, the Charter Commission, to address this problem by establishing a procedural check on member deference and streamlining the process for critical affordable housing investments. I encourage you all to pick up copies of the reports on your way out of the room. They're on the tables back where you'll hear about some of our book club items as well. CHPC reports in the lobby. As you can see from your calendar, from the calendar that's on the flip side of your event program, at CHPC we know it is vitally important to understand our history as well as our present to shape our future. But we also know that learning from the past doesn't mean repeating it. It means building on it. Our city needs to continue to deliver on what we know how to do, but we also need to do things that have never been done here before. This requires learning from our successes and our failures, and often taking more than one swing at it. Our awardees today inspire us with their achievements and their persistence in the face of challenges. They also exemplify what we can accomplish when we, with all the accumulated know-how and expertise in this room, come together to find solutions. Thank you again for joining us today, and enjoy the luncheon.